Want an even more in-depth look at the toy in this review? An entire gallery of images can be found at Toy News International. Just click the link in this video's description. Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Mattel Batman Classic TV series, Batman figure. That's right, the single-carded figures in the new Batman Classic TV series line are starting to hit retail stores. Now, I've already taken a look at the Batman and Robin 2-pack, as well as the Batmobile. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the single-carded version of Batman. As you can see, the figure comes in some really nice blister card packaging that features some brilliant artwork of both Batman and Robin climbing a building in signature style. At the top of the packaging, we can see the bat signal flying high over the city of Gotham, as well as the Batman Classic TV series logo. And then, of course, we've got Robin spouting off one of his classic catchphrases, "Holy forecast, Batman!" The back of that box gives you a cool little description of Batman based on the 60s TV series, gives you a cool piece of artwork of Batman himself, and below that, same bat time, same bat channel, a look at the other figures available in this current toy line. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at Batman outside of the packaging. Now, I will say this, since I've already taken a look at the 2-pack featuring Batman and Robin, the Batman figure here is exactly the same figure from that 2-pack, with one big difference. The cape on this particular figure does not include the wiring that's in the cape in that 2-pack, and that makes me incredibly happy. If you saw my review of the 2-pack, you know that I was not a fan of that wiring because of the way it made the cape look. So the cape on this figure is still a soft goods cape, but it does not have that wiring in there, so it doesn't sit funny on his shoulders or anything like that. It drapes down pretty well, it's got the nice little jagged cuts at the bottom, and it's made of a dark blue cloth. Now, it is a little wider, too, than the ones we've seen before, but it still isn't wide enough to where you can really get Batman to hold it out at his sides with both hands. Also, his hands are sculpted kind of more open, so it's hard for him to even get a grip on the cape at all. Now, as far as the overall sculpt and everything goes on the figure, you can see he is a little skinnier, a little more realistic looking instead of the larger, buffer comic book Batman figures we've seen, because this, of course, is based on Adam West as he appeared in that series. So, taking a look at that head sculpt, you can see that even though most of his face is covered up by the cowl, he does have a pretty good likeness to Adam West, or at least how Adam West appeared wearing the Batman costume. The paint deco is really great all over the figure, really great paint job. I love the little details like the little eyebrows on the mask and the bat signal and even the nice shiny gold belt buckle on the utility belt all look really nice on this particular figure. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the articulation on this guy. Basically, if you're familiar with any of Mattel's DC Universe Classics or even the Movie Masters figures, you pretty much know what you're going to get with this figure. The head is able to turn left and right and slightly move up and down. The cape is connected underneath the head, it's non-removable. You got ball joints at the shoulders there, swivels at the bicep, standard joint at the elbow, swivels at the wrist. You've got a torso crunch, as well as a waist swivel right underneath the utility belt there. You got hinge joints at the thigh, so the legs go outwards, forwards, backwards, swivels at the thigh cut, standard joints at the knees, and then the standard ankle joints. They only rock up and down, there's no pivots, and there is no boot cut articulation on this particular figure. So, decent amount of articulation. Could be a little bit more to get some better poses out of them, but like I said, you pretty much know what to expect if you've had any of those other Mattel DC lines in the past. Now, as far as accessories go, Batman doesn't include any weapons or anything like that. The 2-pack version had a Batarang, this one does not. And his hands are also molded more open, which is going to work well if you get that Batmobile because he'll be able to hold onto the steering wheel. What he does include as an accessory is a figure stand. You can see it's got a bright, colorful sticker on there with the word POW on it, which references, of course, the 60s fight scenes there. There's one peg on there that can clip onto his foot. And to go along with the stand, we get this oversized trading card, which you'll notice is mentioned right there on the front of the packaging. It's got some really cool artwork of both Batman and Robin sitting in the Batmobile. And flipping that card around to the other side, you can see we've got a cool little scenery shot of the inside of the Batcave where you can see the Batmobile. Now there's a place on that figure stand where you can plug that little card in, and that way you can create a little diorama to stand your Batman figure in front of. Alright guys, it's comparison time. Here's a look at this new 66 style Batman standing alongside some of Mattel's other Batman releases, such as a DC Universe Classics Batman and a Movie Masters Batman, to give you an idea of both the styling and scaling differences between the figures. So there you go guys, there's a look at the brand new classic TV series Batman figure. Now for me, this fixes the problem of that really terrible wire cape that was in the 2-pack with Robin. So this is my preferred version of this new Batman figure, and the one I would definitely recommend picking up if you're planning to get this series. Plus, I think the addition of the figure stand is actually really cool, and I'm very much looking forward to getting all of the villains to now pose alongside this particular Batman. I'm just really hoping that at some point Mattel gives us a single-carded Robin that also fixes the problem with his wired cape. So this new Batman figure is starting to hit store shelves right now, so happy hunting, and until next time.